Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Laker basketball. So the news just broke that the Lakers officially waived Luol Deng. Now we all knew this was coming, and but it happened. So we can all move on. Essentially, the way I see it, and I don't know about all the exact details of it, but I think he was left with getting paid $17 million this year and then $17 million next year, a total of around $34 million, I think. The Lakers, I think a part of the buyout, he gave away like $7 million of that. He still gets paid this year, and then there's like $10 million remaining on his contract, and the Lakers stretched that. So I think over 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, so around $2.5 million will still count against the cap next year, or maybe around $2 to $3 million of Luol Deng's money will be counting against the cap for the next 3-4 years. But that's better than having $17 million tied up. And that gives us, they say, around $38 million in salary cap money going into next year's free agency, which means that obviously we could sign a max player. If Kawhi Leonard wanted to sign a max deal for 4 years, let's say around $30 million a year, or 30, whatever the money is for his quality of a player, the Lakers have that capability. So that would lock us into 2 max players, LeBron and a Kawhi Leonard. You know, if Klay Thompson wanted to sign and he wanted to take, you know, a $25 million deal, you know, over for 4 years at $25 million a year, he could do that. So we have money for a Klay Thompson. So, but I'm not holding hopes out on any particular player. I still think we do need one player, but having that cap money freed up is awesome. Outside of that, we knew this was going to happen. He's going to get paid this year anyway. His money counts against the cap. Our roster is kind of tied up, so losing him or stretching him means nothing to us. Really, just another body. I think that can play. It doesn't count against our roster spot, but it doesn't mean we can sign anybody, you know, more than what we have. But we knew this was coming. It happened, and so I think we can move on from it. The other thing I was tripping on was somebody shout out, and he said, man, shout out to Luol Deng for being professional, for not really complaining. And this is something that it trips me out too, because that was pretty tough to do. Luol Deng signs a contract. The Lakers, a quality GM, and Mitch Kupchak gave him $74 million over 4 years. I mean, yes, in hindsight, that was, I mean, come on now. But Mitch Kupchak had some reasoning behind that, right? Now, that's not Luol Deng's fault. If somebody's gonna give you that money, you don't say, I'm good, give me 2 years, because I don't even want the attention. No, you signed that 4-year deal. So Luol Deng did what he did, because prior to that, he actually had a decent year in Miami. To be honest with you, he was a decent wingman at 6'9", could still, you know, do a little bit, can rebound, and can give you 12 to 14, right? Points. Mind you, he comes in, he kind of breaks down a little bit, too slow for our game, and now that $17 million a year is like the worst contract ever, right? Lakers get rid of Maz, but Luol Deng, the whole time, again, it wasn't his fault that he signed the deal. The Lakers stopped playing him. As he got healthy, he was ready to play. So a guy making $17 million a year, anybody with a sense of self-worth will say, play me. I want to at least give the Lakers something. I want to give the fans something to show you that I can still put up at least 10 and 6, 10 and 7. But, you know, the Lakers staff just kind of like, he kind of moved him out of the lineup, and he didn't get any minutes, right? Whatever it may be. Whether it was he couldn't play in practice. When I saw him out there, I never seen him play to where I'm like, let's just get him out of there, right? You see a guy play for 6-7 minutes or whatever a game, and you're like, he's not worthy. Let's just send him to the G League, right? But we never got a chance to see Luol Deng play. Mind you, this whole time, we didn't hear any complaints out of Luol Deng. Now, in my opinion, going to a job where your boss wants you out, Your boss doesn't like your contract. Your boss is not even giving you any projects. The employees around you kind of know what's going on. The industry wants you out and saying, you know, you have the worst deal ever. And you sit there for 2 years and not complain? Please. That is almost impossible to do. And so shout out to Luol Deng. And if anybody is saying, Mike, he's making $17 million a year, it's even worse, right? It would be easier making minimum sitting there. $17 million a year, talk about the weight that's on your shoulders of people watching you, the spotlight's on you, and knowing that you're not contributing, that's worse. Think about, you know, you can't say that because it's all relative. It's like you haven't been there. You know, trust me, I've been dealing with that close to a situation where your boss doesn't value you based on what you're capable of doing. It's the worst situation to be in. You want to basically just say, hey, I quit, I give up. I don't want to do this. You know, I can't even sit here and look at your face. That's how bad it is. Like, he had to come into the Lakers facility and just kind of train with them, fly with them. I mean, you kidding me? It's tough. So shout out to Luol Deng for you know, being as professional as he was through the whole situation and not complaining. And you know, obviously it didn't work out in the end, but on that, you know, that personal note for him, it's like that was a big deal. So shout out to him. Good luck. You know, he's gonna get paid a good amount. He become a free agent and he can sign a minimum somewhere, you know, wherever. We'll pick him up. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on how you feel about stretching Luol Deng. Obviously, we're all happy about that. But what you expect maybe next year, what we can do with that money. Who you think we might get. Hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification to get these videos in your inbox. Follow me on Twitter and Mike Sports LA. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mike Sports LA. And I'll holler at you guys. Peace.